Hope you're all having a lovely day. How are you? Hope you're very well. So I just wanted to do this chat today because I've been so busy with production of Shadowhunters that I never had a chance to do a tweet or do a chat for the amazing 1 million followers on Instagram, or the 750, which is now 800K on Twitter, and for the start of season 2. But I figured, what could be a better day than Clary Appreciation Day to thank you guys for that and for everything else and how wonderful you are, and just to answer some of your questions because I haven't done this in a while. My hair color is not different. It's a very bright sunny day, so the light makes it look lighter. My natural hair color is pretty much this, or at least it was growing up. I've dyed my hair so much for different shows now that I don't really know what color it actually is, but this is what I'm used to. It's what I've always known as my color. The new season is coming next year. We don't know when. We don't have a date yet, but it will be next year. I'm sure they'll release some kind of tidbit at Comic-Con for all of us to see. From what I've heard, the show is looking incredible this year. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I love Ariana Grande. I love her music. My first real celebrity crush, which is still my celebrity crush, is Ryan Gosling's character in The Notebook. There's something about that movie that is just romance magic, and he'll always be my first celebrity crush. My favorite part of being Clary is getting to play a character that has such history and has such a journey, and a character that is so well-rounded. Clary has so many elements to her that I love bringing to life, and that's what's so great about having a second season, is that we're able to dive more into that and into parts of her character that we didn't get to explore in season 1. And she's grown up a lot. She's learned a lot in season 1, so going into season 2, she's almost a completely different person. But she'll always have her heart, she'll always have her fire. And that's pretty great. Wants to know what my favorite song at the moment is. There are several that I love right now. Sit Still Look Pretty by Dea is what's been in my head recently. Also, Fly Me to the Moon, Frank Sinatra, Alberto and I keep singing on set, so there's that. And also all of Ariana Grande's album. My favorite rune, I think, is the Fearless rune. It's the Fearless rune because it's for a lot of reasons. It's the first one Clary creates, and it's beautiful on top of that, but also I love that idea of having the ability to be fearless when you choose to be. Sometimes fear is a good thing, but it's just a reminder that, to me at least, that you have the ability to be fearless from within you when you really need that. Insane Petrova wants to know if Clary is going to be even more badass than season 1, and the answer is heck yes. Darth Malik wants to know which kitten I prefer, Stella or Raja. I cannot answer that question. I can't play favorites. I feel like they're aunt. I can't do that. No, they're both lovely. They're both very different. Raja is very rambunctious and very curious, and Stella is more the lover. So it's awesome. They make such a cute little pair. Wants to know what my favorite book is. My favorite book growing up, and still to this day, is Watership Down. It's a book by Richard Adams, and it seems silly, but it's really not. It's an allegory about a warren of rabbits that has to go on this journey, and long story short, it's an allegory for humanity and society and human relationships. And I read it when I was really young, and it opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I would highly recommend it. If I could play any other character, who would I play? Andrea Starling wants to know. That's a difficult question. All the characters have so much to play with. I would love to play Magnus, simply because he has so much history, and there's hundreds of years of stories and heartbreaks and joys and sorrows and knowledge to play off of. And plus, I mean, who wouldn't want those kind of powers, right? Sparkling Magnus wants to know if I've met Alicia, who is Alicia Wainwright, is playing Maya on the show. And yes, I did meet her. She came in for a wardrobe fitting while we were shooting, and she stopped by and said hello, and she's so lovely. Cannot wait to work with her. I'm really excited to see how Maya comes to life in the show, because she's one of my favorite characters from the books as well. So you guys know I'm a huge book fan, as well as, you know, a Shadow World fan. So it's exciting to see everything coming together. One of my favorite quotes, something I've lived by most of my life, is something that my mom put on my wall when I was a little girl. It's, what is popular is not always right, what is right is not always popular. So that that is really, I didn't really understand it fully when I was younger, but as I grew up and as I experienced more situations, it really shaped who I am. So I tell that quote to anybody and everybody I can, because it really helped me growing up. Harry Shumdario is asking, did you already film some shocking scene that will kill us all? I can't say what it is, but I can say we've shot multiple of those kinds of scenes, and there are a lot more coming. So get ready, because this season is going to be quite the roller coaster. Sally Wings wants to know my favorite kind of tea. Green tea, if I drink tea. But I usually drink coffee. Claire DeLune 13 is asking what my favorite Cassie Clare book is. I can't decide. One of the more Lindstrom's books, obviously. Definitely either book 3 or book 5. Or book 6. They're all great. Mally Cadet. No, this is not a Taurus necklace. It's something that my grandfather gave me when I was 16. He built an airplane, and this is an image of an attitude meter, which is what tells you how straight the wings of the plane are. And he gave it to me when I was 16 with a beautiful card and said, as long as you keep your wings straight, you'll be just fine. So that really meant a lot to me at that time, and still does, which is why I wear it all the time, because he was a big part of making me who I am. So I love him and miss him. Megan Delano wants to know, what is one Shadowhunter object Clary could not live without? Hi from Greece. Hi from Greece. One Shadowhunter object she couldn't live without is her stele, 100%. Clary's an artist. Clary's drawn her whole life, and so that her stele is the one object of the shadow world that also keeps her grounded in the mundane world, and it's the one thing that's the most familiar to her. So I think she could not live without that. Have asked what my favorite TV show is. It's so hard. I love Orange is the New Black. I love Game of Thrones. I love Stranger Things. I just recently watched The Get Down, and it was fabulous. I would highly recommend it if anyone hasn't seen it yet on Netflix. Oh God, there's so many good shows. I mean, I love PLL. Y'all know that. Big Bang Theory. Catastrophe. It's a show on Amazon. I love. Girls. I've recently gotten really into Girls, and I've watched the whole thing, or most of it. Stranger Things is fabulous. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Favorite Disney movie? Pocahontas or Mulan? Maybe the Aristocats? I really like Disney movies. Finding Nemo, Toy Story, Bugs Life? Do you guys remember Bugs Life? One of my favorite things. That's Pixar, but that's still Disney. Livia Santos-Zenesi wants to know what I think of the Brazilian fans. We love our Brazilian fans. We love all of our fans. It's really amazing that that's something we've really come to appreciate, is that Shadowhunters, now that it's on Netflix and on Freeform, has this sort of global community of all of you guys who care about the show, who are talking about the show, who are talking to us and sharing your thoughts and reactions to the show, and I think it's really fantastic. So we would really like you guys to know that we appreciate you guys and we love you guys, and we see you and we hear you, and we love all of the interaction between you guys and between us. Favorite character to meet at Disneyland? I mean, I definitely need to meet Prince Charming. No. I mean, yes, but that's maybe not number one on my list. Who do I want to meet at Disneyland? I want to meet Tinkerbell. I would love to meet, I mean, Minnie and Mickey, I think, are number one on my list, because who does, I mean, they run the place. So you got to meet them first and say thank you for, the place. But then after that, I don't know. Janice Bellos wants to know if Dom has already pranked me on set. He has not. He scared me a couple times, naturally. But I'm sure it's coming. I'm waiting for the prank. I think it's going to come when I least expect it, unfortunately. But I'm sure there'll be a video of it. Sully Wings says, if you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future? I think I would go to the past. I'm excited for the future, but I don't think I want to know in advance what happens. Because that's part of the fun of the future. It's because it is unknown. But definitely the past. I'd want to learn. I'd want to experience things that I haven't yet, or experience things that have already happened, or be there for certain moments in history that I'd love to have an inside look at.